Everybody, welcome back to Bloodborne. Now, in the last video, I was wearing different armor. I swapped out a couple of things, we picked some stuff up in the Cathedral Ward, and I bought myself a new hat, just for funsies. Now, after going through and editing and looking at the videos that I was producing beforehand, they seemed pretty dull, pretty boring. I'm still not totally comfortable with this talking while playing. This is my first experimentation with YouTube, so I'm going to try to provide a little bit more interesting commentary. I'm a little more prepared. One second. Get rid of these guys. Oh, burned himself alive. Good deal. So one of the most common things people ask about the Souls games, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, is weapons. They ask, what's the best weapon in the game? What's the best weapon I should be using? And usually, when people ask this, they're not comfortable with what they're using. Their weapon is either leaving them open to attacks, not hitting hard enough, or it's usually out of range, things like that. The most common answer that people will get on forums or online anywhere is moveset. Pick a weapon that has a good moveset. And what people mean by this, and why it's so important, is pick weapons that are extraordinarily
You are a skilled
comfortable.
hunter, adept, merciless. Half cut with blood, as the best hunters are.
So, the question is, what's more important? Damage, moveset, anything like that? Well, the reason why moveset is more important than anything is that if you have a dagger, say, that does 100 damage, and a mace that does 1,000 damage, but you can't hit anything with the mace, and you get good with the dagger, it makes the dagger better automatically. I forgot he shot after saying that. So how do you determine what weapon to use? How do you figure it out? Well, the only real way to do it is experimentation. Take a selection of weapons. Usually what I do is I'll grab a bunch of things and go to an early area of the game, so like the Undead Burg or Central Yharnam, and I'll mess around with them. Completely unupgraded weapons, by the way, at their base power. Just toy around. Attack enemies, see how comfortable you are swinging them. Is it too fast? Is it too slow? Are you out of range? Does it hit hard enough for your comfort zone? And if they pass that test, go on to harder things. So you're going to be narrowing down what you're using over time. Whoop, hello. So say you narrow it down to 3 things. Go up to a higher level area. Pop a few upgrades in them maybe, but anywho, I'm going to grab this item really fast. You can stop shooting any day now, sir. But yeah, go through the weapons, and basically what you're doing is looking for consistency. What are you doing well with consistently? Sorry for the audio break. I'm trying to formulate what I'm trying to say here, what the weapons is. Oh yes, and don't be afraid to experiment. That's one thing that I get a lot from people is, well, I don't want to waste my time messing around with things. I've already got, 6 levels into my cleaver, let's say, and I don't really want to waste those. Well, it's not really a waste if you're upgrading to a weapon you're more comfortable with, because even if the weapon does less damage than what you're currently using, if you can use it better, you'll be actually applying more damage. Well, you won't be dying, is the main thing. Like, if you're not leaving yourself open to attacks, is the more important thing. Oh, there's another one. Hello. Whoop. Let this dude stop shooting, and let's back out of here a little bit. Now, I know from personal experience that the moveset argument is not something that people usually want to hear. Like, sometimes people are honestly just wondering what does the most damage. But, let's finish these guys off really fast. But the moveset argument is honestly the best way to gauge what weapons you should be using. Alternatively, if you're just wondering what the strongest weapons are, well, there's plenty of locations where you can figure that out. Currently, I believe the strongest weapon in Bloodborne is Ludwig's Holy Blade, but I suck with that weapon, so I don't use it. Yay! Oh yeah, I suppose I should probably comment on old Yharnam a little bit. Guy with the machine gun up there. If you kill him, you get another badge that allows you to. Oh no, Hunter. You get a badge that allows you to get the stake driver and something else. I forget what else it unlocks, but no matter. I'm not sure that I'm worried about fighting this guy. Yeah, we'll just leave him alone. Let's just keep making progress. I actually forgot to start my timer for this video, so I might have to chop a piece off, but... So there might be a random jump cut in here somewhere, but... Of me just running around. Hello. Come on down. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I said I would go and get the old lady. I completely forgot. We'll see that in here somewhere. I'll show you guys what she's all about. The dialogue and all that good stuff. Probably next video. Okay, Spaz, you can just sit right down. Okay, on we go. This is a really intimidating part of the game, just through sheer quantity of enemies, but and that screaming is unnerving. I think it's just this guy right now. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, rude. Come to me, werewolf. I guess werewolf is actually the wrong thing to call them. They're lycanthrope, to be like super nitpicky about it. But it's literally the exact same thing. So, actually, I believe the difference is lycanthropes can't turn back into humans or something. They're a pure beast. Come here. Yeah. Raspberry jam all over the floor. As you can tell, I'm no longer going for reposits. I'm just basically brute forcing my way through this, and that's because I'm upping my dialogue quite a bit, and it's taking away from my focus. So I'm not going to bother with doing fancy stuff. Ow, 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 ow. I probably should have bothered with fancy stuff. Let's jump cut to after we're back here. Away! And we're mostly back to where we were before. Now what I was talking about beforehand, about weapons and movesets, is that once you've found a weapon that you like the moveset of, kill this guy really fast. Then after that, it's time to start worrying about damage. And that's where scaling comes in. Scaling is a place where a lot of new players to the Souls series get really confused. Where, what's better, S, A, D, B? Well, obviously, people mostly understand the A is better than B is better than C. But in what way? Generally speaking, it changes a little bit between games, but generally speaking, S is around a 100 to 120% increase in damage at max. What that means is if you have maximum, say, dexterity or strength, you'll be getting 100 to 120% more damage with a S scaling weapon. So a dagger with S scaling with 100 base damage at max dexterity will have 200 damage. If that makes any sense. So you find a weapon set that you kind of like the moveset of, and then you find something in its class that has the best scaling or best base damage, depending on what kind of build you're going for. Usually I ignore scaling, and I just go with like vitality or endurance. Yeah, nope, missed. And that's where like, wow, that was awful whiffing. Let's see. And that's where like raw upgrades would come in place with Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2, where you just increase the base damage. Alternatively, you can go with magic builds, which turned into Arcane. Previous Souls series did a split damage thing, but we don't have to worry about that here. With an Arcane weapon, you only deal the magical damage if, or the Arcane scaling, I should say, if your weapon is spec'd for magical damage. Which that means anything that has physical scaling, like your blood gems, don't do anything for you. Only fire or lightning or arcane will be boosted. So that's just something to bear in mind depending on what kind of build you're going for and what kind of weapons to choose. So let's just finish out this episode with a little bit of wandering around the scenery. You know, for a place called Old Yharnam, it's still got very pretty architecture. I mean, it's all pretty run down, but Whatever. Blood vials. Everybody's favorite snack. I forget where I'm going. Oh yeah, wait, let's open up the shortcut. That could have been really bad. For me, not for you guys. You won't see it due to the jump cuts, but it'll save me a lot of time. Figured out how to edit in some elevator music during these long ladder climbs. And there we go. And we go back down. Sweet! Whee! Okay. See what horrible things await us up yonder. Trust nothing. Yeah, trust nothing. Ow. Quit it. Quit it. Okay, we're finally down to the ground floor. Come here, puppy. Let's see if I can shoot you again. Come on. Oh, nope. Oh god, it hurts. It hurts so much. Nope, not quite. Oh, too soon. Eh, it's good. Let's just wail on him. When in doubt, mash R1. Don't actually do that. It's a fast track to dying, but it served a purpose here. I'll just grab these last few items before this episode comes to a close, which is any second now. And there we are. Alrighty, that does it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like it, do what you guys do